Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the next round. I think this is round 8 of the RSF1 season, for F2 anyways. I'm pretty sure Canada was round 7. Welcome to round 8 from what I'm pretty sure of. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I'm Primus Gaming, and joined with me once again, and actually, because he was absent last week, joined with me for today is my good friend S02 again. So, welcome back.
Oh, hello. Good to be back. Good douche.
Well, obviously, when yours gone, obviously you didn't know what was happening in Canada, unless you watched the race back over. But
I did.
From what I can recall, rain fell, but the thing is, it wasn't bad enough to pull out the intermediate tyres. A few people thought it's going to happen any minute and, get the symbol saying DRS has been disabled. People prepared in advance, and it bit them in the bum really, really hard, because a load of people ended up missing out pretty much on good points. And then RSF1 Brundle took the race win. He felt really comfortable with his setup. He did really, really well. He battled hard. Obviously, it wasn't an easy race for him. He did have to fight people like crazy. He even had his fair share of penalties, but he managed to secure the win. And RSF1 Brundle, he's been pretty happy with having a race win to his name. But how do you feel about Brundle's progression?
He did say he did say that it was I can't speak right now. I feel really, really weird right now. But
Are you not
really
feeling
hot.
100%?
I'm a bit tired and I got cold, but he did say that one of the things he wanted this season was to win a race, and he's done it. Took him 8 rounds, but he has done it. 7 rounds, sorry, last week. Yeah, hopefully he can do the same this week. It's going to be a bit of a difficult one though this week, as France. It's going to be so many DRS trades. I can't wait.
I'm just going to say now, Element, you're not well. If you get to the point where you don't feel you can continue and you're not feeling 100%, please let me know and we'll have someone help, because obviously if you're not feeling 100%,
it's fine. It's fine, I'm here. I've had a drink.
Do
I've
not
got a
force
drink with
yourself,
me.
okay?
I'm fine.
Alright.
It's alright. Yeah, it's fine.
Okie dokie. Well, anyways, before we begin, I want to go over a couple of things while we wait for the drivers to join the lobby and we get going. First of all, RSF1, I know I definitely speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure I can also speak for the rest of the league when I'd say I'd like to wish everyone, I hope everyone is safe, and everyone does their best to avoid the COVID-19, the coronavirus outbreak. As we're already aware, over 250 people have been diagnosed within the UK, and obviously through worldwide, it's definitely gone over 100,000 from what I heard. Obviously, it is, as much as people say it's just like a flu or anything like that, it can be pretty serious because it can cause respiratory failure. So we'd like to hope everyone is safe, and also that this whole thing just blows over quick, because it's a bit of a pain in the bum when you're trying to go have a holiday or anything like that, and you can't because airports have closed, or anything like that, because of the safety of their staff that they're worried about. So yes, we'd like to hope that everyone will be okay. And second of all, after getting through that, I'd like to go over the championships. I don't actually have the F2 standings as it is, but I do actually have the. Do I? Oh yeah, I do. Sorry.
Look at the.
I don't have the constructors for just the F2 division, but I do have the F2's championship plus the overall championship for all divisions for all teams. So we'll start off with the F2 division after Canada. So in the lead currently in the championship is RSF1 Schumacher with 87 points. In second is RSF1 Brundle with 82. That win back in Canada really put him up. Jace Lee is in third with 73 points. Tabitzi, aka Mr. T, he's got 64 points, and his teammate Massa is in fifth with 58 points. No longer within the league is RSF1 Signs. He is no longer in the league, and VR46 has now taken his place within the league. Obviously, he does not have any points. So, in reality, in 6th place, it's Tomek Bresner with 41 points. 8th place, gone to 7th, is the man with the cash, 26, and tied with him is Shane. Then you've got Seal following in with 20. Rapid Sprays is the person in 10th in the championship with 18 points, tied with WR Stretch. Ioaks is in 12th with 16 points. Murray Con in 13th with 10. Smoky McBates in 14th with 8. Peppermeat in 15th with 7. Agreeable Racer in 16th with 6. Josh S04 in 17th with 4 points. And then the remaining drivers, VR, Braver Container, and DRM Marco with no points clocked in yet. But then the overall team's constructors for all divisions, so these are points accumulated by that team in all the divisions. So Alfa Romeo is currently in the lead with 488 points accumulated so far. Haas, 481, so it's a very close battle for first. Red Bull Racing in third with 402. Renault with 397, so they're only just a handful of points behind Red Bull Racing. Ferrari are literally just 2 points behind Renault with 395. McLaren, bit of a gap now. It's 288 points for McLaren. Toro Rosso has got 259. Mercedes has got 227. The second to last team is Racing Point with 212. And then in last, in the constructors at the moment, is Williams with 194. So what's your view on that? I know you're Mercedes, and please, Element, be neutral.
Who are you? Not up there.
hey, we're not last anymore. We was last a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
So, as Mercedes,
that black screen. Oh, damn it.
You've got a black screen?
Yeah, I've got the black screen of death. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, so for the moment, everyone, until Element can fix what's going on with the game, he'll still be in the session talking with us, it's just he won't be able to spectate with us because he's having problems. So for the moment, in the session, it's just me. So we've only got 15 cars, so no one is out of Q1 unless they crash. Shane has retired. He doesn't have to go out because, again, no one's going to be knocked out in Q1. So we're just going to take it nice and easy. Everyone's going to take this opportunity to make Q1 a small practice session. Obviously, they can be careful and not waste their tyres. So let's see. We've got RSF1 Brundle, second place in a championship. So he's been doing really good for Ferrari, and I think Ferrari really need these points to really put Renault behind them. But it's actually Renault's home Grand Prix, this circuit. This circuit, the Paul Ricard, it was an old track that was brought back.
Brundle Rod is a Ferrari.
No. Shane and who's Shane's teammate? But Renault's home
Seal
base because it's France.
Seal and he broke his wheel.
And you're a poet and you didn't even know it. So we'll stay on board with Brundle. I was just looking at the wrong part of the board. But this has been a very good track. I remember last year, in Season 1, this track had its fair share of really good battles. I mean, you had rain. I remember we had quite a big collision in F4. Very beginning of the race, we lost the likes of Tidgosaurus, who is the current, who was F4's champion that season. But back then, when it was still a battle between himself, myself, and Alco Saints with McCracken, it was basically just Alpha versus Red Bull. That DNF really put Tidge in a massive setback. And I think I had the likes of Tim and Ike having incidents, to Bitsy's debut in RSF1, and he won that race back then. So we're on board with Brundle now. So going into turn 1, you want to take it down into a really good speed, because if you catch too much of the curb, it can accidentally invalidate the lap. Yeah, he's still looking good though. He's in mode 3 for his ERS. So now he's about to finish the first sector. He's got yellow flags in sector 3. VR46, also it's his debut as a full-time F2 driver now, since RSF1 Signs is no longer racing in RSF1. It is his day to shine. You know, any points that he earns today are his. You know, he's not going to be in reserve. So, best of luck to VR, and he's got a teammate, WR Stretch. He's a very good guy. I've known Stretch for a good bit, and I remember his first podium back in Belgium. He was very, very humble and happy of that. I mean, he was even happy to receive part driver of the day the other week. He's always happy with a good result. You know, even if it's just a couple of points, driver of the day, or anything like that. Stretch has always been very appreciative.
He don't mind, does he? He comes on. He goes on F1, finishes, goes back on Apex, and comes on F1 for a bit. Go back to Apex, and Apex for 4 days, and then race. He loves it.
Go round the last corner, the first lap of F2 in France, with Brundle is a 1:32.1. So that is the baseline. You know, that's where we are starting. So a matter of if that's the fastest time or not, we will find out momentarily. So right
Very
now,
quickly on the
the
chat,
championships.
Primus.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Dyslexic saying Procom's top boys. We've also got Reefer saying hashtag Team Alpha. Gunter saying COYCM. Hello Webster, good evening. Go bananas and go on. Yeah, that's about it. Come on, Jace Lee says Stygian and Schumacher.
Oh, sorry to cut in there. Schumacher, a 1:30.7. The championship leader has made his mark. And we don't know if that is the fastest time so far. I mean, that's a 30.7 is a good time. But Murraycon in the Mercedes is only 0.3 of a second off his time. So Mercedes P2, Alfa Romeo P1. But anyway, Schumacher and Brundle, it's going to be a very close battle because it's only very few points to separate the pair. Stretch, just speaking of him, P3, very good lap. To Bitsy in the Haas, it's actually a full season ago now where he debuted and looking good in P5. He's in P4 as well in the championship.
He just wants to give. He's just giving it a massive.
Got a little bit of teamwork going on between the Haas. Oh, it looks like Mass has invalidated the time anyways, has he? Because the track's gone red from my screen. Yep, it's invalid.
Yeah. Hard luck, kiddo.
So what looked like good teamwork between the Haas cars, it just wasn't meant to be.
Peppermeat puts himself into fourth.
They're going side by side together. Look at that. It's like they're enforcing a message, you know. It's just like we are here. And
Schumacher.
Oh!
Man! Oh my God, Schumacher just took up the breaking.
That's a little bit. That was a little bit of a moment there. Obviously, if Schumacher's on a lap, both those Haas run. So you got Murraycon on a cool down. Oh, I was trying to get to Bresner. We've got Tomic Bresner, who is getting ready to head on to the large straight. Who's next to set a time, actually? And I think we've got a Renault coming up. No, that's not Shane's Renault. I think that's Toro Rosso. Yep, Hyox. A little bit difficult when you're like looking at all the dots when they're all combined together.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out who's going in, who's what.
Yeah.
But Iox, doing good. Oh, it's a 1:32.9 he set on those hard compound tyres. Yeah, he's getting a little bit of practice in. As I said, Q1, there's only 15 cars, so they can treat it as if it's like a little practice session. So as long as they don't suffer from terminal damage, they'd make it to Q2 just fine.
Yeah. I was going to say quickly as well, Primus, last week, I got told that there was someone that wasn't very happy with me because I wasn't commentating. And so I just want to say, I'm sorry, Vettel. I couldn't do the formation lap.
Vettel was not happy with you for missing out on
he said to me, he was like, I'm not happy
post
with you,
office formation lap.
And,
well, because everyone likes your formation laps, you've got control. I'll give you the reins.
Reefer just said, Elements formation lap is what I'm waiting for. Oh my God.
So you've got your trademark element, your formation lap. So let's have a little look at Tomic Bresner. Schumacher retires in P1 of that 1:30.7, so he's happy with where he's at. But here's the thing, his teammate, Tomic Bresner, has just magentaed the first sector. And he's looking pretty quick, and for anyone who's new into the stream, Tomek Bresner, I think this is his first time officially starting from the beginning of the season, because I think his debut was back in Russia, or it was either Russia or...
No, it was earlier than that. It was Hungary last season.
Oh yeah, that's it, Hungary. I think that was his debut as a reserve, I think, at that point.
Yeah, it
and then he
was
got
for
given the
Toro Rosso.
full-time Toro Rosso seat. But anyways, Tomek Bresner, he's a really, really quick driver, and I think thanks to his efforts and Schumacher's, as well as other people now from within the league, they've actually been putting a massive impact on the overall constructors.
Oh, yellow flag. What's happening here? Oh, totally drowned.
Oh, this track is very easy to lose control. So Tomek Bresner, he is in P14. Where's he going to finish with his lap? P1, ahead of his teammate, a 1:30.5. That's a pretty superb lap by the Alfa Romeo, don't you think?
Yeah. Alfa Romeo 1-2. Tomo says, good evening, gents. Glock says,
Good
Tomo,
evening,
hi.
Tomo. On board with a man with a cash, he's actually purpled the first sector. He's gone faster than Tomek Bresner in the first sector. And we cannot forget how this guy is. Yeah, formerly, man with a cash, formerly known as Josh with Dosh. Racing Jason.
Here we go.
Revan Kevin.
Here we go. Any more?
Very good.
The list is really short, to be fair. We need more names.
Well, we're going to need fodder. Oh! He's purpled the second sector as well. Man with a cash is on a flyer. Look at that.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
Sweeping right-hander. You've got to be very careful not to catch that curb on the inside, because that could be very treacherous, especially if you're, if you're suffering from a little bit of oversteer and catch that curb.
This left-hander as well is horrible. Really tight, really tight. It comes at you really fast. Here we go then. Down to third he goes, into the last corner, he will go. Oh, just hit him. I'm just a poet. I know what. Anyway, here comes on with the cash to come across the line.
Oh, P3!
He can't split the Mercedes, but he gets P3. Nice.
Not Mercedes, in the Alfa Romeo.
Shush. Jace Lee, here we go then. Let me have a moment, please, Mercedes. Here comes Jace Lee in the McLaren. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, P3 from Jace Lee with the fastest third sector of the session. That was really good. Nice.
Oh, Google Racer's got purple sector 1, but he's currently down the main straight. We'll watch Braver Container if you don't mind, bud.
Yeah, we'll give Braver a little look. He's actually now full-time within the Williams F1 team.
Yeah. Yeah, he came from F4 last season into F3, and he's moved himself up to F2. He's got some pace on him. Let's see if we put him 7.
He's 7! That's really good.
Nice.
I know he struggled a little bit when he was reserve, so to see him, put himself in P7, it's good to, you can see he's really putting himself in there within the F2 lot. On board with Agreeable Racer, who's now going through the final sector. He's got a pink panther ahead of him. I think that's Peppermeat.
Might be. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that is Peppermeat.
Here we go then.
Peppermeat's just doing some higher practice, but Agreeable Racer, who is now going to set a time, P8. Not fast enough, though, to catch out Braver Container. So that is currently the standings.
Maybe people are not pushing as much because it's only Q1 and no one's going to get, knocked out. So
it's true. Everyone's just taking it nice and easy,
Yeah.
Tomek Bresner, he's retired from the session. He's currently P1. So let's go over the classification from 10th to 1st. So in 10th place, currently at the moment, is a 1:32.1 by Peppermeat in the Racing Point. 9th place is WR Stretch with a 1:31.8 in the Red Bull. 8th is Agreeable Racer in the McLaren with 1:31.7. A 1:31.5 by Braver Container in the Williams. 1:31.4 by Massa in 6th in the Haas. A 1:31.095 by Maricon in the Mercedes. P4 is the man with the cash. He's on a 1:31.014 in the Racing Point. 3rd place is Jace Lee with a 1:30.9.
Oh my God!
And Massa! Massa's received a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with his teammate.
Let's just go side by side for the whole track, and then they
Tabitzi and Massa's little flaring about next to each other completely backfired. I know like teams like to do that to send a message saying we are here, but that is a real kick in the teeth. But the thing is Massa is still good though, because even though he's got that grid penalty, he's not actually out due to terminal damage. He can still go into Q2 and Q3 if he's quick enough to get into the top 10 shootout, but he will be set down 5 places at the end.
Yeah, you know, the funniest thing is, I just had images of Gunther just absolutely ripping into him. Get him out of here! I don't want him!
I think it's because of Drive to Survive. Everyone's been picturing Gunther Steiner just going completely ballistic. Kevin, the first person
just
to come
slam my door?
see after this is me.
I would not think. Right, anyway.
I do have to admit though.
Go on.
Oh, go on. Go on. You got the comments in the stream.
Dyslexic saying Hamilton is the first driver for Mercedes. I mean, I've deserved that. I've been there for 2 seasons now. You've only been there for 1. Falcon says, I'm not even going to say it, mate. Devon, the stream's going to go mental. Glock isn't post offices closed on Sundays. I don't really understand that. Verstappen frontline speed.
Well, it's just obvious. Post offices aren't open on Sundays. You know, you don't need the post, which I'm very annoyed about.
Anyway, what are you gonna say, bud?
I was just gonna say though, with teams like Williams, 2019 was a complete bad year for them, but you have to give respect to that team. And no matter how much bad races and all that has been thrown at them, they've always finished. No matter if they're dead last, they knew they're pretty much going to be last, and they keep on consistently getting finishes. There's been the odd moment where they had to retire a car, but it was very uncommon for them to do that. So Williams proving that they got good consistency in terms of their reliability.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure. 100%. I mean, that when they a second faster in one of the practice, the runs they did compared to last season, so hopefully they can bounce back. It was so good before, but sorry.
Across the line. Oh, Maricon did a 131.4. He was 5/10 slower than his previous time of a 131.095. So he's still P5. It's looking very good for Mercedes, but it looks like Murray is flying solo as the only silver arrow for today in France.
Josh said he can't make for the next 2 weeks, so that's unfortunate for Mercedes. That's, maybe good points gone, but hey, Morricon still here, he's 5th right currently. Pete Reefer just said that they tried to look like Rockstar, but ended up looking like...
Mr. T, he's taken some practice laps, but it looks like those soft tyres are really, really worn. He is struggling for grip. And the lap he set on those softs are 141.4. That's 9 seconds slower than his fastest time.
Not bad, is it?
But it looks like he's... Look at the struggle. I think he's taking those tyres to their limit. I think that's actually his plan. I think that's his plan. He's taking these softs to their very limit, because even if they burst, as long as he doesn't hit the wall, he's not out. I think he's really trying to test these tyres to their peak.
Right. No. Okay. Remember the key.
I think this is where Gunther would say, "Kevin, it's time to box." Or Roman, the first person, after the incident with Massa, be like, Roman, it's Gunther, I need you to calm down, head down, get to the pits, and we'll talk afterwards, So what happened in Spain last year?
It just doesn't feel like... It just looks like a fudging comedy actor, for God's sakes.
The rear end is really not staying with Toby. I think his car is just struggling all hell for grip. If Mr. T crashes before the end of Q1, because I guess he can,
Such a burst of tyre. Oh, sorry, boys.
Well, Mama Cash is back out.
What the hell? He's completely lost the
What
car.
happened?
He just went sideways. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He can't get a hold of the car. The car, it's struggling.
Oh, that's so good.
Why is it the AI actually has more grip on those tyres than he actually did?
Look at the AI go, mate. You love a life.
Well, that's the end of Q1 as it stands, and as I read the results out earlier, they have not changed. Cash has invalidated his last opportunity for setting a lap in Q1. So that is the results as it stands. No driver is eliminated in Q1 due to the fact that there's 15 drivers and no more than that. So everyone makes it into Q2. We haven't actually had a weather report yet, haven't we, Element?
I don't want to know, mate.
Oh, I do.
I do.
I want to know.
I don't. I want it to be a surprise.
I'm going to give it a guess. We could be seeing,
say,
dry qualifying. I'm going to say patchy race, so you might see, yeah, so it could be dry, like basically transition, so dry, wet sort of conditions. That's my guess.
I think Tomo is a little bit too close to the situation. He's now wrote a paragraph about what Gunter would say in this situation. He just said, yeah, Gunter would be saying, whether Beep has the power going, this is Beep and
it's not just Massa! Tabitzi has a 5 place grid penalty. Awesome. Both the Haas have got grid penalties. That is not what they wanted. Grading. I think both of them are playing around a little bit in Q1. I know they said it's a practice session, in a way, but, there is still a league race, guys. So both of them will be set down by 5 place grid penalty for the race. That, oh my god.
Just if they do it twice, 2 more times, yeah, they will get disqualified. If they get 15 grid place penalty, then they'll get disqualified off qualifying.
Wait, so if they get 2 more,
if they get 2
more 5 place grid penalties, they will get disqualified.
Yeah, because that happened to me once. I'm not going to talk about it, but it happened to me once.
Ah, so speaking from experience.
Yeah.
So we're now starting to see the strategy, because what do you feel the tyre strategy would be for today then in France? Because it looks like people are favouring the medium tyre.
Wait, what?
Oh, DR and Marco is joined the session, I think. I think Marco is definitely an F2 driver.
Yeah, but he's not on the list.
What?
Nope. Going to go and check with someone.
No, DR and Marco is definitely an F2 driver. He's
but
currently P20. It's because he joined late. It's Q2. He didn't get into Q1, so he will not be driving. Oh, no, sorry, no, he will be driving, but it will be in the race where it will put him on the grid. I think he was going to be late anyways. So, anyways, it is currently the beginning of Q2, medium tyre runners, for anyone new to the stream. In Q2 will be the moment when drivers will pick their starting tyre compound, unless it's a dry qualifying session and a wet race, then obviously you will be on the wet weather tyre, not the tyre you set your fastest Q2 time on. But for the moment, it's looking very interesting.
Shit tyres, and I haven't actually checked anything. I need to go. I'm feeling a bit out of breath. I'll be right back. I need to go for a drink.
That's fine, mate. Take a minute. As we know, you're currently not feeling 100%. So, as everyone, I think it'd be an appropriate time to wish Element well. He's not feeling 100% at the moment. So, right now, we'll go on board with Braver Container, who is going to be the first car to begin his flying lap in Q2. So, we'll go on board. We've got yellow flags in the final sector. I think that's a car going slow just to prepare themselves, or let them go by. So going down the start-finish straight, got to be careful when going across that exit line, because you could easily accidentally cross over into a car leaving the pit, but if there's no one there, you can still maximise your speed, especially with a qualifying lap. Here we are. Now we're getting to the end of the first sector. You can see the sector boards. That's a purple first sector so far, but that has been beaten by the car behind him. But nonetheless, we'll stay on board with Braver Container. So going down the long straight within the start of the second sector. Now you've got the slight chicane. Got to take it down to third gear. You've got to be very careful not to cut too much of the corner coming out, otherwise you could accidentally invalidate the lap time. And here is going to be a very interesting part, especially if it's going to be wet weather or if anyone's got worn tyres, the fast right-hander, because you could go flat out through here at maximum speed and revs and still be okay as long as you don't have worn tyres or it is in the wet weather, because if you do, then that will be very, very risky. And now we are coming to the end of the, well, we've already gone through the end of the second sector. It's a final sector now. So it's just a few sort of low speed corners. There is the pit entrance. Get to fourth gear, down to second through the last corner. Clip the apex nicely. Actually, that was pretty nice. And Braver Container sets himself a 132.8 on the medium tyre. That's pretty good, but Shane does a 131.7 on the medium tyre as well. But considering Braver Container was formerly an F3 driver, as I said, as Element said as well, you know, he was an F4 driver, made his way to F3 in the first season, and been put into F2 reserve in season 2. He's doing pretty well, I'd say. Massa, even after getting a little bit of a blow in Q1, he puts himself into second place with a 131.7, but the rookie VR, after getting his full-time seat within Red Bull, a 131.714, and that is... Oh my god, I just realised something. Man with the Cash and Massa have accumulated the same race time, a 131.766. This is a Schumacher and Villeneuve. That is a complete Schumacher and Villeneuve a moment there. But, however, the man with the Cash has been given P3, Peppermeat P5, 131.9 and the medium tyre, and then Brundle a 132 dead on the medium tyre as well, but it looks like he's out of fuel. Murraycon is on an outlap. How are you feeling, Element?
Alright, mate. Got a drink
okay,
now.
Mate?
Huh?
Are you okay?
I went downstairs. I got into the kitchen, pour myself a nice glass of water, and I just saw cereals, and I got really hungry, and I'm having some cereals with some milk.
Okie dokie. Well, make sure you keep the microphone, because I don't think the stream will appreciate you munching in their ears.
Why not?
You know, it'd be it's not ASMR. I'd like to welcome you to this Formula 1 ASMR. But anyways, so right now, championship leader still not come out of the pit. WR Stretch is the only car to be on soft compound tyre. But he's done a 131.8, but he's doing pretty well considering he, you know, he always tries to do his best within the F2 division. He doesn't always get the best results. You know, sometimes he's out of the points or just in the points, but P5 still really good from WR Stretch. Let's have a look. Oh, Murray's actually now on the lap.
Yeah.
So Murraycon is now going through the tight head.
Nice.
Oh! Looks like Murray's actually on a really good lap because he has just purpled the first sector.
Yep.
So Mercedes is now trying to put his name up there. Meanwhile, Jace Lee is just beginning his flying lap, so we'll go on to Jace Lee in just a moment. Murray is still looking good, a little bit tight there. Oh, and he's invalidated the time! Oh dear. So a load of good work that Murray had just put in is now gone. It's very horrible for him. Car behind. Oh no, it's Mama Cash. Oh, the Mama Cash is invalidated as well.
I just saw Alonso's or Tomo's what is it? The bloody what is it called? The comment. Oh my god. Cheers, Tomo. I think I'll be fine, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm just popping my head out the window every so often. That's because I can't breathe.
If you're not well, okay,
One
please
minute.
do not force yourself.
One minute, don't worry. I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Right.
but if you're not well, no, put yourself first.
Yeah,
Everyone
fine,
understand. If you're not feeling 100%, you rest.
it's fine.
Right, so
Fine.
Jace Lee, he's actually the fastest car around the track at the moment. Purple first and second sector. So this is looking very good for Jace Lee in the McLaren. Going round the last corner. Can he put himself up there within Q2, E6? He must have lost a little bit of time there in the final sector. Yeah, actually, Peppermeat's going on to the soft compound tyre.
Massa, Stretch. What would you say is the best
Schumacher.
strategy around here, then?
Schumacher's purpled the first sector. Oh, he's going slow.
Oh, yeah.
With Schumacher, he's not invalidated.
No.
What's going on with Schumacher's car?
That's awkward.
We'll have to come back to Schumacher in just a moment, because he was
I
looking good there for a moment.
He's only just started his lap, but everyone else is...
Murray has yet again invalidated the lap.
To be fair, you can... The thing is, around here, you can do around 2 to 3 laps on the mediums, and they'll still be fine for the race. So, Shane did 2 laps, and I think that'll be fine with the race. I think after you take it around more than 3, then you're a bit of an issue there for the race. But
Iox right now. Oh, he's getting a little bit of the toe off of a agreeable racer there on the straight. So very, very clever. You know, he's got no teammate to work with today. Iox, he's just like, I can see that slow moving McLaren. He got into the line of flow. He's actually purpled the second sector. That benefited Iox quite well into the fast right-hander. Looking very, very good. Now down to 5th gear for this, maybe down to 4th if you want to try and maximise the output of speed, but at the risk of maybe losing the back end, obviously, from the excessive amount of throttle that you're applying. Down into 3rd gear. He's looking very good though.
His fuel's looking a bit low though, so he might want to be careful.
Yeah, I think he might have
Hopefully
underfueled to give himself the advantage in terms of lap time.
Here he comes. He's run out of the RS now. What can he say?
Oh, P1! 1:31.6. Iox takes the top of the board after beating Shane's time of a 1:31.7. Well done to the Toro Rosso driver. That was an impressive lap.
Nice.
That was really good. You're munching on some cereal.
Shush.
Oh, Tomek Bresner! Bresner has instantly replied to Iox for 1:31.3. That's P1 again. And that has just made... Element, don't die on me.
Just drink the cereal.
Please.
How is he 3 times quicker?
I don't know, but how are you alive? Please breathe. Breathe in for the nose.
Oh my
out
god,
for the
Brazina! Nice!
Oh my god, we just lost the McLaren! So I just saw Iox cut the go across. He completely missed the little mini chicane within the straight. He went through it, and in that meantime, while I saw that, then we saw a McLaren spinning off in the background.
Can I just say Murray Collins invalidated his that time again?
Yep, Murray is not having a good time. He's actually set a 1:32.1, but it's not enough. He is 1/10, barely a few hundredths of a second slower than the car in P10, which is RSF1 Brundle. So Murray is definitely feeling it. So let's have a little look at
Thank you, Tomo.
No, he's gone into the... Oh, pardon me. Schumacher, he's coming back out. He's actually got a new set of mediums on. So he's on his outlap, but the championship leader, obviously, right now it looks like his teammate is outshining him. Actually, from what I can notice, we're starting to see a little bit of cloud. like patchy over the
but it's not
the
going to be
track.
enough.
I don't know. There won't be rain, but it's like I'm starting to see the clouds start to form over, but there's still a bit of sunshine. Anyways, Schumacher, he's now going across the left-hander. I don't have a track map. Oh, that could have done him in. If you cut or exceed track limits at the very end of the race, it's not the race, the very end of the lap, it will invalidate that and the next lap's time. So Schumacher has to go all the way. Yep, it's invalidated his next lap as well. Schumacher will have to go all the way back around and do it again.
That's a real big bummer for Schumacher. Here comes Rover Container though, across the line. Is he going to be able to get out? No, he improves, but it's not
Rover
enough.
Container! E12, he's not quick enough to get himself through into Q3 at this current moment. He does have time though to farm some ERS and maybe go for another lap. It is a possibility. Schumacher, in the meantime, he needs to get moving, because if he does not get to the line quick enough or invalidates his time again, he will be out of Q2, and that'll be a very bad place for the championship leader to start.
Oh, Maricon. He went into the pits, got into the softs, and he's not even out of the pits yet. He's now out. Oh, he's not making it round unless he cuts corners.
If he does cut corners, though, that could... Oh, yeah. That is not right.
Move on.
Yeah, Maricon is doing his best to get to the line quick enough. Anyway, so at the moment, as it stands, we'll go over the top 5. We'll go to the top 10 this time. So P5 to the man with the cash with a 1:31.7. VR46 is in P4 in his debut as a full-time driver with a 1:31.7. RSF1 Shane, a 1:31.707. IOTS, second place with a 1:31.698. Atomic Bresner is in, first for the session with a 1:31.3. Right, so cars that are not going to be making it into Q3 by the looks of it, because we've got 6 seconds left, is going to be Maricon in P11, Braver Container, P12, RSF1 Schumacher. He just gets to start his lap. He is in P13. It's all or nothing for Schumacher right now. Mr. T is also doing the same. I think there's a little bit of teamwork coming from the Haas again for a moment, because they have been giving each other the toe. It's allowed Mr. T to pull away. Is it enough to get him through into Q3? We'll have to keep an eye on these drivers. It doesn't look like Agreeable. Is Agreeable on a lap? Oh, Peppermeat! 31! That's a very good lap from Peppermeat. But Schumacher, he has to get this done. If he does not get into Q3, he will be starting out of the top 10. There's the Ferrari of RSF1 Brundle. If Schumacher beats this time, Brundle will be out. And Schumacher's invalidated the lap! Schumacher's out! It was Mr. T. Mr. T went faster. Brundle is out. Schumacher invalidated at the very end. So what could have been...
That's heartbreaking.
He did. Last corner, Schumacher caught too much of the inside on that curb. And that's it. It was invalid. Agreeable Racer now. He just needs to set a better time than a 1:31.9 to get himself into Q3.
This is probably that isn't an outlet. Okay, well anyway, here comes Agreeable Racer.
It was just a glitch. It was a glitch. He definitely was on a lap. He was P11. It wasn't fast enough. But he's in 11th place for the race start. But that was very interesting. But let's go over the classification. How about you go over the drivers that have been knocked out at Element?
Thank you. Should we get Schumacher while we're there? Anyway, in 15th position, I'm not going to do it. In 15th position, we have Schumacher in the Alfa Romeo. 14th, Braver Container in the Williams. 13th, Maricon in the Mercedes. 12th is Brundle in the Ferrari. 11th is the Agreeable Racer in the McLaren. Should we invite Mr. Roberts Diave into the party?
Yeah, we'll get RSF and Schumacher into the chat.
Oh, Primus.
What?
Vettel's arrived. He's already typed.
I can already guess what's going to happen. Hello there, Vettel. All right, so we've got Schumacher with us. Schumacher, welcome to the virtual comms box. Please include your audio.
All done, mate.
All good. We hate to open up a fresh wound, but unfortunately, what was looking like a very good day, you and your teammate taking top of the board in Q1, it's not meant to be in Q2 with you out in P14. But how have you been feeling with the qualifying?
It's not a fresh wound, mate. It's still bleeding.
Oh no.
For the whole of Q2, my DRS was stuck open. So I couldn't do anything, I couldn't settle up. So yeah, just have to go from the back, mate. Just a chance of driving the day, don't it really? So see what happens.
Well, yeah, you've proven before, from the midfield, that you can make the work done. I think I remember back in Belgium, you was midfield and you took top of the board in the race with really great pace. So it's not the first time you've been knocked out in Q2, but it doesn't mean it's game over.
No, not at all, mate. I think the main thing is just to try and clear traffic. It's everyone can win in this tier, and it's that close. While I'm trying to catch places, hopefully everyone will be battling. There won't be someone who runs off in the distance. But I was confident going into the race, mate, and I'm still confident now. So we'll just see what happens.
And we've noticed, however, that there's like a bit of competition now between you and your teammate, because it looks like Bresner is actually really fast around here. So a potential real challenge for you, not just the other racers within the league, but your own teammate could be a very big challenge for today. So how are you going to feel about battling your teammate today?
To be honest, mate, Tomic's really quick round every track, and if it's a case of we're both in good positions, and do we battle or do we just bring it home? To be honest, mate, probably just bring it home. So it's end of the day, it's about points for F2 constructors, obviously individual as well. So we all want to come out on top, but it's about the Alpha team as well. So it's. Yeah, I'm confident. It's hopefully, mate, he's going to be at front of the grid, so I need to get up there first to challenge him. But we'll see what happens.
Element, do you have a quick question for Schumacher? No.
Do you think you can win this race?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
Then everyone, that was the 4-foot gentleman.
Well, Schumacher, we do wish you the best of the race. Also, you being the championship leader, with your performance lately in F2, you're leading the championship, and thanks to yours and Bresner's efforts, currently right now Alfa Romeo are the fastest team in RSF1. So I know you're going to be looking for some points to keep you guys up there, because these two Hasses are definitely going to be a bit troublesome for you.
Well, yeah, they've both got a 5-place grid penalty from Q1. I'm not sure exactly what they were doing, but a small smile did come on my face when I seen them arguing races handed out. So
done
yeah,
you
we'll see
a bit
what
of
happens,
favour.
mate. I think don't matter what tier you look at, Haas are going to be strong, mate. They've got some great drivers in that team. So it's up to us to keep on top of the team garages and rival.
And that is it with Schumacher. Thank you for joining us, mate. It was good speaking
pleasure,
to you. And best of luck in the race, and hopefully we'll speak to you at the end.
Hopefully, mate.
See you in a bit, bud.
Awesome.
See you in a bit. Cheers, guys.
Now,
in a bit.
Thank you very much, mate. Let's go over the classification, because while we were talking to Schumacher, both the Haas may have those grid penalties, like Schumacher has said, but it looks like, however, they're doing pretty good within the session. Massa has set a 130.4 in the Haas, Jay Slee second of a 130.5, Tabitzi third with 130.8, a 131 dead for Iox, and a 131.6 for WR Stretch. Let's have a little look. Actually, no, we got a Racing Point approaching the start-finish straight. Can the man with the cash put himself up there in Q3? P4, he's not quite fast enough to catch them.
It's getting interesting. I like
close. Got a little bit of teamwork being given by the Red Bull. I also very, very big respect to VR and his first race within as a full-time driver. He's already coordinating with his teammate. Unfortunately, he has accidentally invalidated the lap, but nonetheless, they are communicating and they are working well with each other to try and boost themselves up. Just unfortunately, after the toe, it looks like it might have just caught a little bit too much of,
sorry to interrupt. Here comes Shane across the line, sick. And lucky Shane.
Oh, it looks like a Red Bull's just spun. What was that? But anyways, we got Tomek Bresner. He has been top of the board twice in a row today in qualifying. Can he get himself up into P1 for the start of the race? Could he boost Alfa Romeo's lead within the league? We'll find out now as he's on the start-finish straight. Tomek Bresner, a 1:34.71. That is 19 thousandths of a second faster than Massa. That is a great lap. And only cars not to be on a lap right now that have not set times is Peppermeat and VR46. As we know, VR accidentally did invalidate his lap, but Pepper, I think he might have done the same because he has no lap time set, but he has done a lap. And Bresner, I think he's now on his in lap, but he has unfortunately validated, but I don't think it's bothering him. I think he's now peeling back into the pits. Tabitzi is making his way back out. It looks like he's actually about to begin his lap. No, he's not. I thought he was on the last couple of corners, but he's actually stuck in the mid sector because the menu's kind of covering the top end of the track. But right now, the only cars really that are on track that are doing a lap is Tabitzi, because Tomek Bresnan is now on a cooldown. Oh yeah, and Iox, sorry. Yep, Iox is on an out lap. He's now coming out, and the same with VR. They're both coming out to the pits to try again, because another 4 minutes and 50 seconds remain before the end of qualifying. So now here's the question. Top three, who do you think is going to be for the start of the race?
Are you asking me?
Yep.
Such an honour. Well, I think the top three for French Grand Prix Season 2 RSF1 could be Tomek Bresina, RSF1 Shane.
Oh.
And man with the catch, because Massa and Toby have a 5 grid penalty, don't they? So
yeah. So as it stands, if they get top of the table, the pair of them, those penalties will be putting them down 5 places each. So I agree with you. Unfortunately, even if they do get faster, it's not going to do them any justice because they will just get knocked down anyways. I feel.
Or Jace Lee, actually.
Jace
Lee. I
think Tomek Bresner for P1.
Okay.
Man with the Cash for P2.
Oh.
And VR46 for P3. Because remember, VR, on his debut race, he did pretty well in Canada.
Yes.
Iox caught a little bit of curb there. He's still validating. No, he's still able to do his race. His lap, sorry. But it just, he went over that curb a little bit too much, and the car just didn't agree with it.
No.
Anyways, we're going through the first sector zone. Not purpled the first sector, but it's still a quick time. So right now,
still got time to come into the pits again.
Yeah, he can go into the pits if he chooses to, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to bring it all the way here, cut the curb, cut the corner quite nicely, not enough to validate the lap. So it's a matter of trying to find where the track limits start and end, really. But he did go faster in the second sector, but it looks like Shane, I think that's Shane behind him. Shane is going faster. Shane just immediately took away that fastest second sector.
Shane's not on a lap, mate. Shane's on an outlap.
Yeah, it might be the outlap bug though.
He's currently on 0, Shane is. If he's doing that on 0,
So is
he could
Ajax. They're both on 0.
I was on 4.
0 for me. And Iox doesn't go faster. Only he does,
1-0.
but
Just
not by
about
much.
this faster.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, Shane is beginning the lap. He was going very quick. Oh, VR! I said VR 46 was going to do something at 130.4. I told you he was going to do something like that. Didn't I say? Top of the table for Red Bull today, and Shane's invalidating his lap.
Oh, he's got
He
traffic.
has got enough time. He has got enough time to get back round and start another lap. He has got it, and he's got the fuel. He just needs to make sure that nothing else happens, or he doesn't accidentally invalidate the next lap. Because if he doesn't, Shane is not getting better than P8.
Peppermint. Well done, Peppermint.
Sorry, P9. All that suspense element, and he got P9.
No, he got
You wasn't
P9.
expecting him to get the lead.
At least he's not 10th. At least he's not 15th. Am I right, Schumacher? Anyway.
I
hope
have a
he's not
feeling
watching
if
this.
we
I'm gonna
hear,
get
if
such
we
a
hear a
bollocking
sound
if
of
he
a
does.
distant gunshot, I think I know what might have happened. It would just be like, meanwhile,
Here comes Jace Lee. Jace Lee.
Not
I'm hoping.
quite there.
I'm
Only
hoping
15
Schumacher doesn't watch
thousandths
this
of a
race
second
back
slower.
and just hears me that.
Oh, he probably will. And then you're probably going to disappear.
Gee, lovely knowing you guys and RSF1. Anyway, Shane's gonna start his lap. He's another lap. What the hell's going on?
BR is feeling good in P1. Unless anyone can beat his time. We've got 25 seconds remaining in Q3. And as it stands, VR has retired. Iox is P7 and a Shane
Brezina
Pebble
sector 2.
Oh, Bresna is definitely going quicker, but he's now approaching the traffic of the Pink Panther, of the Man with Cash and Peppermeat. So he needs to make sure he gets by them cleanly and it doesn't impede his lap time. Actually, let's quickly go on board with Bresna. Shane's still in the mid-sector.
Oh, he's got that Pink Panther. Yeah, Peppermeat gets out of the way beautifully. Here
Man with
comes
Cash.
Brezina.
He's going to cross the line. That's the pit box. Man with Cash, fastest lap of the session at 1:30 dead. And Bresna just misses out in P2. How? 9 thousandths of a second slower. No, sorry, 14 thousandths of a second slower. Right now, Shane is next. He's going through the final sector. I did say it's just not in the order that I thought it was going to be. Maravita Cash is currently top of the table.
It's not
Tommy
over.
Bresna in
It's
second
fat lady
place.
sings, but
Yeah, that's
go
true,
then.
because
Here
Shane
comes
is now
Shane.
going around the final
Shane.
corner for Renault's home race. Where is Shane going to start? P6.
Yeah.
He does. Oh, a little bit happy there. But here comes Mr. T. Massa goes faster at 129.8. But again, that penalty will set him down. Mr. T goes 6th.
Massa.
This is the second time in a row the Mamakash has started in pole. Remember Canada?
No. Yes.
Oh, well, Canada. Oh, yeah, you weren't even here. So go over the classification for the top 3. However, I will go over the penalty situation afterwards. Peppermeat P10 in the racing point with Stretch in 9th. Iox in 8th. Shane in 7th. to Bitsy in 6th, but it will be moved down 5 positions due to the 5-place grid penalty. Jace 5th. VR46 in 4th, Tomek Bresna 3rd, Mamadakash 2nd, and Massa takes top of the table, but due to the 5-place grid penalty, it will be the man with the cash in 1st, Bresna 2nd, and VR 3rd.
Where's Blundell? Oh yeah, he got
Brundle
knocked out.
knocked out in Q2. From what I
Oh, sorry about this, boys. Anyway.
You are not feeling 100%, so we'll let it slide.
Oh my,
it's not your fault.
you got it right, to be fair. You did say it was going to be VR thingy, but...
Man with Cash and Bresno. It's just not in the order I thought it was going to be, because Bresno was fastest twice in a row today in 2 qualifying sessions, and Man with Cash suddenly just pulls out an amazing lap. And if it wasn't for Massa and Toby's collision earlier on in the qualifying session, Massa could have been on top of the entire grid and looking good for the race start, but it's been handed to the Pink Panther today.
I'll tell you what, mate. I don't want to say I'm happy that Massa got it. I'm saying it's now going to make it more exciting because Schumacher and Massa both now have to come through the field. Of course, Schumacher's going to come through 15 cars, whereas Massa only has to come through 5, or 4, whatever, but still.
I hear you, man. I hear you. So, for anyone who is new to the stream, we are now within the transition period. So this is now the time between the the formation lap and the actual race start. So all the drivers are currently on the grid going through their strategies, so their tyres, their fuel, etc. Also, if they are in a party together, then they'll be going over their their pit strategies of who's going to pit first, who's going to pit when. Make sure that they don't accidentally double stack, and obviously we cannot go ahead until the host readies up, which is RSF1 Brundle. But right now, everyone's taking their time in looking over their strategies, so that is what we like to see.
Okay.
But I'd like to say thank you, by the way, for the 31 viewers.
Oh.
Good to have you guys along with us, and I know you guys missed Element, and Vettel, I hear you in that chat. I don't even have my phone on, and I can hear you in that chat calling.
He just typed something
calling
as well.
for that formation lap. He's calling for that formation lap. I know he is. As soon as we begin the formation lap, he is going to be so happy, because I think a load of people, as much as they love watching the race, they also like to come for your formation lap. And when you was off sick, or not off sick, when you was off last week, everyone missed it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I was still, I was still watching. I watched the race the next day, and I was doing my formation lap.
You basically did your own little formation lap when you rewatched the stream from last week. So, and in P1 is the man with the cash.
So I finished it. I finished it. So, Mum, did you enjoy it? She fell asleep.
Your mum fell asleep while you was doing it.
I'm only joking. My mum was
because...
never there. She was never part of it. She doesn't care. Oh.
Ah. So, right now, we are still waiting for the drivers to ready up, which is what we'd like to see. They are taking their time with going over their strategies. We don't have anyone changing their setups. You can only change your wing slightly, and I think a little bit your tyre pressures as well, but that is it. Brundle has now readied up. The host is ready. So momentarily, in the next 20 seconds or so, we will begin the formation lap for F2. And thank you for 34 viewers, by the way, guys. Is what we'd like to see. Everyone is looking forward to this race. And in just a brief moment, we will be underway. 5 more seconds to go. And Element, I will hand over to you, my friend. So
I really want to go downstairs and get more cereal.
You're going to have to hold on. At least get through this formation lap.
Oh, Marco's in the same place. Anyway, in 16th, we have DRM Marco in the Mercedes. In 15th, we have RSF1 Schumacher in the Alfa Romeo. In 14th, we have Braver Container in the Williams. In 13th, we have Murray Conry in the Mercedes. In 12th, we have RSF1 Brundle in the Ferrari. In 11th, we have Toby in the Haas. In 10th, we have Agreeable Racer in the McLaren. In 9th, we have Pepper Meat in the Racing Point. In 8th, we have WOR Stretch in the Red Bull. In 7th, we have Oates in the Toro Rosso. In 6th, we have Shane in the Renault. In 5th, we have RSF1 Massa in the Haas. In 4th, we have Jay Slee in the McLaren. In the Red Bull is VR46. In 3rd. In 2nd, we have Tomek Brezina in the Alfa Romeo. And in pole, we have Man with Dakach in the Racing Point. And
that was very entertaining, especially when you was like, and in 11th is Mr. That's what made me laugh there. So, thank you very much, Element. You can go get yourself some cereal now if you wish to. So, in just a brief moment, we'll be beginning the race for F2. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And this lights down, away we go for the French Grand Prix in F2. Bresner gets a very good start going into turn 1. And it's looking like everyone's getting a little bit bundled up into the first corner, but it's looking very good. Bresner is trying to get VR46 is challenging down the outside into turn 1, through the outside into turn 2. VR46 moves into second place. Bresner's fallen down the grid. He's being challenged by Jason Lee in 4th place. And this looks like it's a nice clean start for the lap. As I just said it, didn't I? And it looks like, oh yeah, we got a bit of collision.
Stretchy baby. Oh, Schumacher's got wing damage. Oh, this is not good.
Stretches down in P15. And there's a little contact between the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari of Schumacher and Brundle. He's got the wing damage going into the straight.
My, Toby.
And you've got Toby challenging Murraycon in the Mercedes going into the straight. And he chucks it down the inside. And he just can't do it. Brundle gets round the outside and he takes Mr. T going into the chicane. Mr. T cannot get past the Ferrari. Murraycon is desinking a little bit by the looks of it. It's a three-man battle between Murray, Brundle, and Tabitzi. It looks like you've got DRM Marco having a bit of a battle there as well. But it's looking very close. And down the inside, it goes Murraycon defending. And Mr. T gets past Brundle. Brundle goes wide.
There we go.
They
go side by side. They're going side by
sector.
side. Brundle comes out ahead again. Schumacher and my God, the old Marco very container. Schumacher. Oh, Toby.
It's looking very close between these guys, but Murray is fending off
Peppermint and
the Man with the cash goes faster. Actually, have to look at Massa. Massa's getting a look down into turn 1 on the McLaren of Jace Lee. Into turn 1, he chucks it in down the inside. He cuts the... Oh, they make contact. It looks like Jace Lee had to back off. And it looks like RSF on Massa, even with the 5-place grid penalty, puts him back up into P4. He's now catching up to the pack of Tomek Bresner, VR, and the man with the cash.
Brundle.
Brundle has got a penalty.
Shane and Murraycon. Oh, this could get dirty very quickly. Oh, here we go. And Shane is catching to the back of Peppermint. Oh, Peppermint is touching the back of Oates and Shane's gonna have a very quick. Peppermint's gonna go around the inside into the outside. Oh my God, the touching wheels is going off the track.
They're side by side
again.
No,
Oh, this is beautiful to watch.
Oh, no touching wheels, but they're still good. Peppermint has got the soft compound tyre. He's got the advantage when it comes to tyre grip. Down the inside, almost on the fast right-hander. He just can't do it. Oates is defending superbly. Shane, however, he's struggling to keep up with these two. He's got Murraycon behind him in a Mercedes pressurising him. Oh, and Peppermint finally makes a move down the inside. Looks like Iox just had a little bit of a...
Just hit the back of Iox.
Oversteer moment, and that puts him down. Jay Slee, however, is ahead in P5. He's got Massa in front of him.
Massa's already caught up to his leader.
Everyone, they've got multiple fastest laps of the race there. Cash, VR, Bresner, and Massa. It looks like DRS is now enabled. And look at that Massa, even with that penalty, he's not slowing him down. He caught up to that top three. Oh, what's happened?
Shane! He's got the track and he's got so much time. Wait, what's happened to Pepe?
It's a big pile-up! It's a big pile-up, and Murray's in P7. Murray's got really good pace. So Schumacher received a 3-second time penalty.
Here comes the DRS try, you know.
Oh, VR is actually catching up to the man with the cash. The brand new full-time Red Bull driver, can he make his mark and take the lead of the French Grand Prix? We will find out momentarily. However, as it stands, from lap 3 onwards, it's the man with the cash in P1, VR46 in 2nd, Bresner 3rd, Massa 4th, Jaisley 5th, Iox 6th, Murray 7th, Shane 8th, Brundle 9th, and Tabitsi in 10th. It's very close racing, and they're still going. It looks like the pack down beneath by Murray is not letting up. They're still fighting like crazy. Murray wants to get past Iox. Shane wants to get past Murray. Brundle wants to get past Shane. Tabitsi following behind Brundle. It is all going on in the final part of lap 3. Round the outside, Murray tries to get a little look onto Iox, but he just can't do it. However, it looks like he's going to have the DRS on Iox. The DRS train will start. Looks like you've got Brundle going to get a little look on Shane. No one's going to make the move as of yet. Murray desyncing a little bit. Oh, Tabitsi has got a 3-second time penalty. There we are. VR46 is still in 2nd. He's still trying to chase down.
Look at Haas. Look at Haas. Look at the Haas of Massa.
Oh, Massa! He touched the back of Bresner and he just saved it!
Oh my God.
What a recovery! He touched the back of the Alfa Romeo. He sent the car into VR46 takes the lead of the Grand Prix.
Nice.
VR.
VR.
Broker container. We got a virtual safety car deployed. We lost DRM Marco and Broker container.
God's sakes. Unlucky Marco, Mercedes driver. Very unlucky, but. Oh, and Brady.
He's a Toro Rosso driver, so like.
I don't care. He was a Mercedes driver.
Any points he'd accumulate would go to Toro Rosso.
No, it wouldn't. It would go home to Mercedes.
Unfortunately, it won't. But
well, it won't either.
Anyways, nonetheless, he's out of the race and is alongside Braver Container, and we are green flag once again. That was very quick, and it looks like through the restart after the virtual safety car,
Murray Cone just put on the brakes on, and Shane hit the back. Yeah, Shane hit the back of him, and he got wing damage.
Oh no, so that's going to really set back Shane. However, Murray is still in P7. He's got full speed on Iox. Down the inside goes Murray-Con into turn 1. He gets a move done. Now they make a little contact there, and it makes Iox have to back off. Murray-Con, however, moves into 6th place and is now on the charge. However, VR46, the race leader, is pulling away a little bit from the man with the cash. Massa is in 3rd. He's gaining on the man with the cash. When did Murray's got 3-second time penalty? When did Massa get past Tomic Bresner? It might have been on the straight. Going into the straight.
I'm struggling to keep up.
Massa puts it into the inside, going into the... Oh, and he has to back off because it doesn't look like he's got the momentum to make the move. Maracas defense stays 2nd. VR is still up there, but it looks like he's been slowly approached by the Racing Point and the Haas going into the fast right-hander. Massa trying to get a look onto the Maracas. He just cannot do it yet. Oh, this is looking very close, and it's allowing Bresner, who's been given the short end of the stick here in this battle, the ability to catch back up. Oh, yeah! Side by side they go. Looks like Iox was trying to retake his position. Murray-Con, however, defends and stays in 6th.
I'm gonna have to lay down for this. Oh my god, my head.
If you're not well, please tell me, and it'll be okay.
I'll be fine. I'm not laying down. Here we go then.
Schumacher has now
Schumacher's
pitted.
in.
So it looks like only 4 laps. Oh yeah, he's got the damage as well.
6
I
laps.
think he might have suffered so much from the damage. I think
He
Schumacher's
can go.
finally
He
like,
can
you know
go
what?
with the halves to the end.
He could do, but he needs to really make up the pace and catch up. His team's not ready!
What?
That's costing him some serious time. But meanwhile, while Schumacher's stuck in the pits, the battle for P2 recommences as Massa has got the DRS on the man with the cash. So the man with the cash is slowly gaining on VR as well. No one can make their move as the moment. Man with the cash wants to retake the lead, but Massa's got really good pace around here. He went from being out of, well, into the lower part of the top 10 into P3 within
Brundle's
lap
in
6
8th.
of the French Grand Prix. Brundle's doing really good in 8th as well. Maricon is in 6th. He's still being pressured by Iot. Tabitzi is pressuring Brundle as well. Slowly, bit by bit, Tabitzi is cutting down the gap.
Massa!
Oh, it looks like he might actually make the move. Oh, what happened there?
Massa. Oh my god, Massa nearly just hit back on one of the.
Still good, but the man with the cash is looking very racy. He's
Oh my god, look at
literally
Pizzino.
all over the gearbox of the Red Bull
look at
in
this.
P1. Bresner, look at that, Bresner's caught up.
Look at this helicopter view. Oh.
I don't have it, unfortunately.
Looking lovely. Jace Lee just can't seem to catch up. Once these guys, the thing is, right, these guys are on a DRS train, and Jace Lee's going to be even harder for Jason to catch up with us.
Oh, man with the cash tries to send it down the inside, and Massa capitalises on the man with the cash's mistake and gets 2nd place. And the best part is, he's within the DRS range of the race leader. This could give Massa the race lead.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at the speed he's got. He is just cutting down that time between him and VR.
Shane fastest lap.
Massa with the DRS. Oh, Shane gets fastest lap of the race in P12, but Massa takes the lead of the French Grand Prix unless VR can do anything about it. He defends it side by side, but it looks like VR can't get that position back. It looks like Massa takes the lead of the French Grand Prix. Haas in the lead. That is superb driving. And it looks like Tabitzi has gotten past Iok. So it looks like Haas is on a very big climb today. Very good pace and form. Iok, however, Iok has lost it! Iok has gone! I did tell you in Q1 that on the fast right-hander, if you've got wear, it will get you. He was challenging Mr. T going in there, and with the dirty air and the worn tyres, he hits the wall. Luckily, he's not out of the session, but that has given him damage.
VR could get past Massa.
Very nasty knock. Yeah, Massa, however, being in the lead, he no longer gets the assistance of the DRS train. That will allow the Red Bull to re-challenge him for the lead. Oh, Massa gets a 3-second time penalty. If VR plays his cards right, he could be looking at the win if he can stay 3 seconds off Massa throughout this race.
And if he doesn't get one either, Iok's retired in the pits.
Iok's decided to retire. Oh no, they are. VR has received a 3-second time penalty, so now the advantage is gone. He has to get past Massa to make it count. So now he's trying to stay within the line of Massa to get the slipstream, and with the assistance of DRS to stay close.
Massa
However,
is so quick round there today.
Bresner is keeping up with the man with the cash. He's putting pressure on him.
Yeah.
Schumacher again with a 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds Schumacher's accumulated within this race.
Look at Massa
Going to
pulled
the
away.
fast
He's already
right-hander.
7 tenths ahead. How?
Looks like Haas today have got really good pace. If this was real life F1, you know, we had the battle of the energy drinks, you know, it'd be looking very bad for the Red Bull, but...
Like real F1,
rich energy.
Haas in first, do you?
No, if it was, you know, looking at the energy drink battles, because remember, they were actually, sponsored by Rich, and then Rich pulled out, because their main goal for Haas was beat Red Bull.
Yeah.
obviously they want to be the best energy drink, and obviously they just couldn't do it. And then in the end, Rich Energy had enough, and they no longer sponsored the team. I think it was Azov Austria.
That's unlucky, but oh my god, the top two. It's all sort of spreading out now, isn't it? It's all becoming a bit of a dull race.
It is. Brundle's got another penalty. I think he's got 6 seconds now. Mr. T, however, he started quite low in the grid, and it's put him up. Well, he's in P8, and he's challenging very well for P7. That virtual safety car didn't do anyone any favours like Shane. Making contact with Murraycon puts him in P11. Murray, P6 at the moment, after that, virtual. But right now it's looking like it's starting, as you said, it's starting to open up, because the gap between the car 9th and 10th is 18.3 seconds. But let's come back to these two in front. VR has actually managed to close the gap between him and Massa, and he's gaining quite heavily.
Taking a bit of a hit though.
Both of them have. They both are low on, Massa's only got a quarter of battery, while VR has got 17%. And so VR is giving it his all to try and get that lead back. He's not fallen back, but he's definitely trying to keep moving. Oh, look at that! He's actually got a really good line through the final corner to give him that run. The top 5, however, are still very close. Well, to Bitsy, he's finally... Oh, no, he's not. He's gone into the pits. It looked like he was about to get Brundle there, but I think to Bitsy's now probably going for the one stop. Another 8 laps. So could we see Massa coming afterwards?
Maybe.
Yep, hard tyre. The Bitsy on the hard compound.
He's going to the end. You can easily do the ends. You can do... I mean... I've done a test run here before, just to see how long a tyre could last, and my mediums lasted 23 laps, so I think the hards will be fine.
But that's on a 50% length.
Yeah.
How you got mediums to do 23 laps is beyond me, but that's impressive.
Oh, look at VR, he's got his fuel light on as well. Oh my god. Pushing like a
I think
madman
VR underfueled the car, so he's got the advantage of a lighter car than Massa. So the battle between the pair of them is looking very, very close. But here's the thing. Mr. T had just pitted onto the hard tyres. This could benefit him. The only little issue is his agreeable racer is 21 seconds behind the car in 7th. But the gap between Tabitsi and the rest of the pack is looking... There you go! Massa is going in.
So is Mama the Cash.
But VR is staying out, and it's the same with Tomek Bresman.
Oh, could Massa get held up here in the pits? That's the question.
It could. It could very likely happen. It's down board of Massa because he raced lead up before. His team wasn't even ready with the tyres!
They were.
What?
He's already out.
That's why they weren't even there. But Massa is coming up P5.
Look at the gap. Oh my god, look at the gap.
Murraycon
between
P4.
Wow. Oh, well done to
between
work,
the gap between Massa and Murraycon is 14.5 seconds. Does VR have enough time to get round and slap on those hard tyres before Massa can make the move? Because do keep in mind, those hard tyres need to at least get warmed up and a couple of laps to get them in prime condition to get the optimum grip. This could be VR's chance.
Got the fastest tyres right now. So
he just needs to make it stick, because right now Bresner is slowly gaining on him.
Yeah. I think
VR is starting to gain on Murraycon.
And Ajax.
Yeah, he was already out of the session.
Yeah, I just realised. I got a
racer, a 3-second time penalty. Let's keep an eye on VR. No, VR stays out.
Rosina's in.
Bresner has gone into the pits. So what is VR planning to do? Is he going to go medium, soft?
Nah, because he would have pitted like lap 6 already.
He's doing pretty well on those mediums. I wonder what the plan is with Red Bull. Right now, VR is still in the lead. Maricon takes second place.
Brasina's gonna put his tyres on.
Bresner.
Is he gonna come up? Could he?
He could come out ahead of Massa. No, just about misses out. Massa doesn't get that
right behind
undercut.
Man with the Cash though. He's gonna get Man with the Cash. Oh, he gets Man with the Cash.
Oh! Man with the Cash just misses out, but do keep in mind Breslin's only just come out the pits on those tyres. Man with the Cash has got optimum temperature and grip, while Breslin is on cold parts. So this could be the Man with the Cash's chance to get back ahead.
Yeah, Maricon in second. Lovely work, Maricon.
So the gap between the leader and Massa is 20.4 seconds. If VR pits, he might just come out slightly behind Massa. But I wonder what the strategy is at Red Bull.
Well, I checked now because
He's slowly losing that advantage.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's slowly losing the advantage because Massa is now slightly gaining.
Very slowly
Fitzy's
losing
gained a
it.
3-second time penalty.
Is he going in? He is in.
Yep, he's going in. So let's keep an
Slow
eye on the
down.
race leader. I know Mr. T is gaining on Peppermeat. Actually, we'll have a little look at them in a second.
Maricon's in.
Oh, down the inside, Mr. T chucks it in to try and get past Peppermeat in the racing point. They're side by side, but Peppermeat just stays ahead. VR and Murray pit. Here's where it gets important because Massa's just gone round the last corner. Can he get out ahead in the lead?
Yeah, he can. He will.
Massa just does it, but VR gets ahead of Tommy Bresner, baby. No, he can't. Bresner gets down the inside on VR into turn 1. VR just misses out and getting out in second place. But on the bright side, however, it looks like he's straight in the battle between these three, and VR was the faster one out of those two because originally in the battle before in the race, Maricon is in P6. He's looking very, very good there in the Mercedes. Interesting indeed. Peppermeat P7, who is... Oh, no. It's a battle between Tabitzi and Peppermeat in the first
I'm sorry to cut in now. I'm sorry to cut in, but VR's going to go down the inside on Brezina. Is he going to be able to make the move? Oh, he does it. Now he's only got massive
Well
to
done.
deal with.
VR has taken second place. Now here's the big question. Can VR put on the pace to catch up to the race leader? He has got the advantage with 2 laps younger hard tyre, but the thing is both of them have got 3-second time penalties. So in this regard, both of them have no advantage. He's slowly gaining though, little by little. Bresner is putting the pressure on. Mr. T, however, battling with Peppermeat. Peppermeat retakes 7th place.
He's too good at it so much. Shay's currently on the medium, 8 laps. Sorry, he pitted for them lap 6, I think it was, and he should be coming in soon I think he's in a 2-stop actually, so he's going to come in. If he does come in, he should come in at like 21. That's when I was coming for them. The sauce, that's my opinion.
Well, meanwhile, up and ahead, looks like VR is being pressured by Atomic Bresner because Bresner is still within DRS range, so he can keep up. And that allows the man with the cash to stay with him as well. Stretch gets a 3-second time penalty.
The thing is, these guys are DRS.
Bresner's falling back.
This is just going to help. This is going to help them. Oh my god!
Oh! Bresner goes wide into the chicane. He almost misses, almost makes contact with the man with the cash. I think Bresner was just getting a load of speed at the end and broke way too late. And the man with the cash, capitalising on that mistake, retakes 3rd place.
Wow. Oh my god, I thought he literally just took out VR. He's going so quick. Peppermeat and Toby still going.
So as well. Oh, Peppermeat got overtaken on the fast right-hander by Mr. T. It looks like Mr. T's staying ahead. However, VR is not gaining on Massa.
He's lost a second.
VR is lost a second of time. I think it's due to
Massa
the
is
battle that
so
he's having with
quick.
the man with the cash and Tomic Bresner. We'll have to go to Tomic Bresner, who's actually now got a DRS on the man with the cash, but he's not got the momentum and speed to make the move happen.
Is Peppermeat gonna send it on Toby? Oh my god, the other three, he's gaining a lot. He's gaining a lot, he's having a little look. Oh, Toby goes a bit
refrains.
deep.
Peppermeat receives a 3-second time
Toby
penalty.
goes way too deep. And Peppermeat is
Oh,
going
it's
to
getting
look
close.
to go down the inside on Toby, but he has to pull out as Toby just closes the door, and he's going to have to stick behind him, going into the DRS straight. And it looks like he will get him. Can he get a better run to make it easier for himself? He can. That's unfortunate. But anyway, Toby, no, Peppermeat on Toby. Can Bowie make the overtake around the outside? He goes. Oh, Toby. Oh, Toby defending really well. He's getting a really bad exit though out of the right-hander. Yeah, he's getting a really bad exit out of the right-hander. That's not going to help him one bit. And here comes Peppermeat around the outside once again. Oh my god! These two just.
Peppermeat is not surrendering this battle with Tabitsi. Round the
And this
outside,
is how-
Peppermeat's going to try and go, and Peppermeat makes the move. He gets by down the inside at the end of the fast right-hander into the left. It's still side by side. They make a little touch of wheels. Tabitsi's still right beside him, but Peppermeat retakes 7th place. That was beautiful.
This is
battling
helping
from
Shane.
A pair of them. Yeah, Shane, who got a very bad start to the race, especially under the virtual safety car. The contact he made with Murraycon, it's allowing him to catch up when these two are battling. Mr. T, he did a Danny Ricciardo. He did a honey badger. He tried to do a dummy on the outside and sent it on the in.
Did a honey badger. That's awesome.
Oh, we got a nice helicopter shot of the battle between the Racing Point and Haas in the midfield battle, and it looks like Shane in the Renault is just waiting for the moment to strike. And it looks like the battle between Tomic Bresner, Mamla Cash, and VR has not changed. Here we are into the DRS.
Here we go then.
Oh.
Here goes Toby. Yeah.
Pepper tries to make a retaliation to look down the inside, but because Toby's got the speed and the momentum, it's just not going to work out for
He hasn't got
Peppermeat.
the exit
But it looks
though.
like-
He hasn't got the exit, which is what he needs.
So it's unfortunately not done Peppermeat any favours unless Tabitsi makes a mistake in the fast right-hander. It's looking like Tabitsi will stay ahead. Still an interesting battle though. You cannot. Oh, Peppermeat is really looking to get by him into the left-hander. Remember, he's still got the advantage on medium tyres. I don't even know how many laps these mediums can do. I mean, like 20 laps, I think Element said, but very hard to say. But by the way, it's scary to say. We're already into 17 laps of the race. Oh, a little bit of touch. Massa's received a 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds in Massa's account.
Can I just say something, please? Can I please say something? Wait. Apparently, Man with the Cash is winning the race.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a penalty. Neither does Brazil.
Only by a 10th of a second. Only by a 10th.
Yeah.
He
and
can
Brazil
get past
hasn't got
VR. He
either.
can really put a time up.
Yeah,
Oh,
he needs to
VR
stop
is a
pushing.
sitting duck as the man with the cash sends it down the inside into the chicane. And VR defends mightily with Bresner looking at the back of the man with the cash's car. These three have battled non-stop since the start of the race. Even though Massa's now got 2 penalties, it's not enough. It's now gone back to Massa still being in for the win.
I'm gonna stop talking for a bit because, Rombus has just told me to shut up.
You can't be quiet. You're my Coco. I need you, man. I need you, man. So right now, as it stands, VR is still defending with everything he has to keep the man with the cash behind him. Massa sits in P1 at the moment with 6.3 seconds between him and the car behind. Bresner, however, is going to look down the inside into turn 1 it goes Alfa Romeo versus Racing Point into turn 1, and he sends it down the inside and makes a clean overtake. Tomek Bresner takes 3rd place. Very nice. Mr. T and Peppermeat battle once again into turn 1. Peppermeat gets into 7th place, and it looks like Mr. T is still really wanting to get back ahead. I don't even know how Peppermeat's tyres aren't falling off. We've got 9 more laps of this race to go, and Peppermeat's got the fuel light on. He is under-fueled.
On Brazina.
And Bresner takes 2nd place! After getting past VR, what's happened?
I need to record that. Oh,
the
my God,
man with
Cash.
Oh no!
How did-
Maverick Cash received a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner, but there was an incident between himself and I think it was either VR or Tomek Bresner. But whatever happened, the Maverick Cash has fallen well down the pecking order.
He did what Brazina did earlier. He outbroke himself and had to completely go around the outside of VR because he knows he's going to hit him.
Bresner now can catch up.
Nope.
What were you saying about Iox?
I think it's Iox who just put in the chat. Come on, mail with cash. I have placed better on you. Tim and I, mail with cash. Not mail. I thought you meant man with a cash. And he put mail with cash.
Oh, Peppermeat's received a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Right, okay.
And Mr. T is now finally
Brazina's actually
carry
catching
on
up to Massa.
slowly but surely. Massa is being caught up by Bresner. It's a very good spot actually. But yeah, Mr. T is now unable to be held up by a car in front of him. But Shane, however, is getting a little bit of this action. It was Racing Point versus Haas. It's now Renault versus Haas. It's going to be a battle into the straight. VR has now retaken 2nd place from Tomek Bresner. 2nd place.
VR just sent it.
To catch back up.
Yeah, VR just sent it in the into the inside, and he just couldn't do anything about it. So VR just outbroke him completely, and thinks that Brazina just said, "You know what, mate, have it. I'm not really fussed about it." Jay Slane's actually catching up, just with all of this going on. He's actually catching up a little bit.
Shane's gone past Mr. T. Mr. T has been dealing with the likes of Peppermeat, and now he's got Shane. So Shane's gotten him, sorry. So it's not looking Mr. T's way. What was looking like good pace for both cars and Haas. But Massa's the only one who's really benefiting. VR46 has done the fastest lap of the race on the hard compound tyre, 1:34.
Okay.
I think VR is actually starting to catch him.
Massa's just saving the RS. He's not been pushing.
Got an
Massa's
incident in the first sector by the looks of it. Well, Jace Lee's fallen back quite a bit. Murray Con's 5th place.
nice.
Right,
Yeah,
Bresner, he is falling back a bit. Sorry, go on.
Massa's saving the ERS. Like, he's not even pushing because he just won 0 ERS down the straight. He's not even. Oh no, he's put it onto 2. He's not even pushing though. He doesn't need to. He's just so far ahead. He's got the pace. He can just turn it up whenever he wants to.
Murray's received a 3-second time penalty.
I'll tell you what, Maricon, he's for me, he's doing really well. He's up 8 positions into 5th.
But right now, still 7 laps to go. Anything could happen at this point. But right now, everyone's giving us some really good show. Giving us really good battles. VR is trying to cut down the time between him and Massa, but I think Massa's now starting to put his foot down a bit. He's got the clean air, so even on 9-lap-old cards, he's not really suffering from any dirty air.
No, neither's VR to be fair. He hasn't got anyone to worry. Well, Benzina's behind him, but not like close. Shane's in for the pits for his softs. As I said, he's listened to me. If he puts on the hards, then I'll laugh. No, he's on the softs.
No, he's got the softs. So Shane is looking for an aggressive
21
finish.
we're already on lap
race.
21.
I know, this race has gone by quick, hasn't it?
Right, so people are now just saying man with the cash. The Reefers put dude with Dosh. Onks is put Babe with Bitcoins. Team Night car with crypto.
Oh, hang on for a second. Peppermeat is going to send it down the inside onto Shane, who's just come out of the pits on a soft, but he just can't do it. Brundle gets a 3-second time penalty. It's just like Peppermeat is really challenging Shane. Shane's on cold softs. He's still got the advantage due to the warmer tyres, but Peppermeat just can't get past him.
He's able to get this straight now, though.
VR is falling back now. 7 seconds separate him and the race leader.
Yeah, Massa's just controlling the race now. He's just doing whatever he wants now, isn't he? Oh, he's catching up a little bit. Right, let's just put the foot down. And now this one acts. So, good race, great race for Massa currently. Peppermeat and Shane. Peppermeat
another 3-second time.
I feel sorry.
Not doing Peppermeat any favours at all.
I've got to feel bad. You've got to feel bad for Man with the Cash. He was right up there, and now he's got a penalty. And
he's in P6, but do keep in mind, Murray has got a penalty. He's got 2 penalties, from what I can recall. So if Man with the Cash can catch up to Murray, he would be looking very good for a P5 finish. But I do feel for him, yeah, because he was in the top 3.
Yeah, exactly. Jason, how many penalties has Jason got? Oh, Jason's got a warning. That's what he's got.
What about Bresner?
Bresner's got 2 warnings.
So Bresner's not even got a penalty. So he could get ahead of VR at the end.
Oh yeah, VR's got one penalty, and Massa's got 2.
Oh, so VR could miss out on the podium all entirely if Jace Lee can keep up with him. It looks like slowly, but because between the car in second and the car in third, it's 2.9 seconds. He's got 3 seconds worth of time penalty. He's got a 3-second time penalty. If Jace Lee stays within 3 seconds of him or under, VR will fall to 4th.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's like Jace Lee's going a little bit wide. But anyways, Murray Con is slowly gaining on Jace Lee.
Yep. Onk says, good job, spectators. Very nice work today. Spectators. I think it meant comms.
Sorry?
He said, very good job, Onks. What a name. I love it. I love it. Onk says, good job, spectators. Timonite says,
VR. Another 3-second time penalty, and he's being challenged by Tomek Bresner.
Oh, VR's now dropped into 4th. Timonite says hashtag TOWIP, which means, what does it mean, Timonite? Please let me know. We'll be best friends. Shane's fastest
He'll be getting that race with
he'll be getting that point.
Yeah. He's happy at that, he gets P10, 1 point, and he gets 2 points due to the fastest lap unless anyone can beat it.
Yeah. Coconut Santi put extreme Illuminati by coconuts. What? What? And he put that in purple? I don't know. Oh my god.
Highlighted comment, I guess. VR, however, is now going to suffer because those penalties are going to put him out of the podium positions. Even if anything like a safety car or anything like that, it's just, it could just very well mean that he could be finishing down. But right now, everyone's been racing very good to the point where nearing the latter stages of the race, Iox, Braver Container and DR Marco being cars not in the session anymore, they are DNF'd. It's looking like the gaps have opened up between everyone but Bresner and VR.
Yeah.
Massa has gotten away as well.
Massa's... Oh my god, Massa. Yeah, Massa's just controlling the race, as you can see. He's really been an easy rate, hasn't it? Since we got past, he's just been hands down. His race.
I mean, he had the grid penalty as well. He had the grid penalty, started P6, managed to fight his way through the grid, even though being challenged into turn 1 and a huge amount of cars, and he still managed to get it done. But we'll quickly get back to that in a second, because it looks like Bresna's going to send it down the inside onto VR, into the chicane in the straight, and it looks like Bresna gets ahead. But a little bit of the back end kicking out means he loses a little bit of momentum. VR can now challenge back for the position for second place. No, VR lifts off. He lets him go.
Jake Moore, massive
racing
driver of the day. Says Jake Moore. Oh, Schumacher and Toby. What the hell? I don't know what's just happened there. But it just says arrow up and then Brundle and Schumacher arrow down. I don't know what really just happened there.
I don't know.
Anyway, Brazina plus VR. Jason Lee now 1.1 seconds behind VR.
The only thing that could cost Massa the race, how many warnings has Massa got? Because Bresna's now got clean air to make up the pace. He's slowly but surely gaining on Massa. He's got 2 warnings as well as the 2 penalties.
Yeah.
If Massa gets another penalty in this race, Bresna will win.
Yeah.
Bresna is gaining on him.
Go on.
So what's the chat looking like at the moment?
It's just something to say it. What's wrong with this? I'm not going to say that. Camo, JC driver of the day. Tim O'Reilly, Snow driver of the day. Onk says RSF1 Racing Season 2 sponsored by Man with the Gash. Because he's already won this. One lad.
Knocking at the door.
He's already won this one, lad. He's already won this one, lads. Sorry to say. Oh my god. VR's not going up yet. He's only the back of Brazina.
It's hard to say what the finishing positions are going to look like. Because it's backwards and forwards between Bresna and VR, but Bresna's got no penalties. He's got 2 warnings, but no penalties.
Yeah.
We got a battle down the back.
VR,
Agreeable and WR stretch.
VR, he got it. He got Brazina again. Oh my god.
Sent it down the inside and made the move cleanly. It's lap 26 of 27. Massa is pulling away. Even if he gets another penalty, he's still got the lead advantage. But right now, excluding, with the penalties sustained by VR and Massa, the lead between the car in front and second is only 3.6 seconds advantage. This is looking very, very interesting. But the gaps are really opening. There's no battles now going on at this point. It was like a moment of strategy, but I think the medium-soft strategy just doesn't seem to work out, because the fastest car out in that strategy is Shane, and he's in P10.
Yeah. Shane's not doing badly, to be fair. Brundle pens, please. He's got 5 pens.
There's a bit of a quiet finish by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's not really a lot going on. VR and just still together. Can I delete messages? No, you can't. Yeah, it's just a bit of a quiet race, isn't it, at the end of it? But we've had some good battles, haven't we? Since the start, we had a good DRS train. And stuff like that.
We have been not bad. Been really battles.
Yeah, so can't wait about that. We need to start talking about driver of the day before we finish this.
Let's see. It's hard to say.
Morricon's catching up to the back of Jace Lee.
Did Murray get there? If Murray gets ahead of Jace Lee, I will give driver of the day to Murraycon, but as it stands, I think I'm waving towards Massa because he had the 5-place grid penalty, been set back immediately. Quite a few battles going on, especially with the virtual, and then eventually cutting for a head. So if Murray doesn't get ahead of Jace Lee, I'm going to give it to Massa. Well, actually, no, Tabitsi could also be a good shout because Tabitsi is in P7 at the moment.
Oh yeah.
He's been battling with Peppermeat all the race, and they raced cleanly. There was no contact. Tabitsi. Yeah, let's go on to Massa, who wins the French Grand Prix with the penalties going through. Can VR get ahead of Massa? No, he cannot by the looks of it. VR third. Jace Lee gets another podium. Murray stays 5th. Cash gets 6th. Tabitsi. I'm gonna have to give it to RSF1 Massa.
Okay.
He drove pretty well.
Yeah.
Brundle, P8. Oh, Schumacher P8. Even with the penalties that Schumacher...
Oh, nice.
Wait, Schumacher made up.
Shane
8th. And with the fastest lap, I think,
can he get himself into the points? Can he do it? He's run out of fuel.
Oh, yeah, and Peppermeat had a 5-second time penalty. He didn't serve. Crikey. And, yeah, it's just agreeable racer now. He's oh! He crashed into the wall!
And then stretch.
What the heck? Someone's got to end it on a high note.
That's what I like. That's what I like about Stretch. Even though he gets unlucky, he just keeps it going.
So that has been the French Grand Prix, and Massa, with a really great drive, takes the win. Even with that grid penalty, it did not hold him back from taking the top spot for today. And I know a few people are a little bit conflicted on driver of the day, possibly, but even with that setback,
Massa,
it didn't stop him from winning. I'm going to have to give it to Massa.
Yeah.
And actually, this is Jay Slee's 3rd consecutive podium in a row.
Nice.
And that is the classification for today's race. So I will let Elements Know actually go over from top to bottom.
So, in first we have RSF1 Massa in the Has just dominated. I don't like this. Second is Brasina in the Alfa Romeo. Third, Jace Lee in the McLaren. Fourth, VR in the Red Bull. Fifth, Murraycon in the Mercedes. Sixth, Cash in the Racing Point. Seventh, Toby in the Haas. Eighth is Shane in the Renault. Ninth is Schumacher in the Alfa Romeo. 10th is Brundle. 11th is Peppermeat. 12th is a Grill Racer. WR Stretch is 13th. Iox in 14th. And I didn't get to see the last person. Did you scroll down to the end?
15th and Braver in 15th and DRM Marco in 16th. If you'd like to try and get the top 3 in. So, yep, that is the classification for today's race, everyone. We will go over it one last time before we wrap up the stream after the podium interviews. Meanwhile, while Element is trying to get the top 3 into the virtual comms box, into the podium, I'd like to take this opportunity to, if you want to keep an eye on our social media, please follow at Racing Series F1 on Twitter, and also same on Instagram at Racing Series F1, and you'll be able to keep on up to date on the news of the podium finishes, the driver of the day, any news, etc. But I don't
know if Brasina has a mic.
I don't think Bresner does have a microphone. I remember Bresner doesn't, but Jace Lee and Massa does.
Two. Okay, that's fine. Just waiting for them to join now.
We've got to have one person to interview. We can't have no one to interview, otherwise it'll be a very quiet podium.
Yeah.
There we go. There's one. Can we get
Where's
another
the
one?
other one?
Well, there we go. We'll get Massa. I think you actually invited the game, not the party. There you go. Right. So, You
Wait, he
interview
hasn't loaded
Jace
in
Lee
yet.
and I'll interview Massa.
There we
but
go.
first of all, Jace Lee and Massa, well done again to the podium. Can you please include your audio by ticking the box in the party? But yeah, Element, I'll let you begin with Jace Lee.
Okay. Jace Lee, I heard this is your third podium in a row. I wasn't here last week to ask you the questions, but I'm here today. Quite a race from you today, wasn't it? You just at the start you were battling Massa a little bit. You just got past, and you were sort of in your own little race from then until the end. But yeah, did you enjoy your race, even though it was really quiet?
It was alright. It wasn't enjoyable. It was just went on and on and on, to be honest. I just couldn't catch anyone for some reason. I thought that I was quite well placed in terms of aero, but it seemed that everybody else must have had more straight line speed. But yeah, I'll take another podium and lead the points. So yeah.
That's a hat trick, mate, as well. You know, 3
Yeah.
Not bad,
consecutive podiums.
Still waiting on my win though.
So it will
Hopefully
come
it'll
in
come.
time, mate. But podiums are still good as well, you know, because you got into the top 3. You know, you get your time to shine as well on the podium. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, lads, but I know Bresner doesn't have a microphone, but Massa has a glitched microphone, so Massa will not be able to do the interview. So we'll at least have a little bit more time with Jace Lee, and then I'll let Massa. Oh, before we go on to a little bit more of Jace Lee, Massa, you've also been awarded Driver of the Day because of your setback due to that 5-place grid penalty in the qualifying after you and Toby made collision in Q1. You still managed to bring home the win. So in that and your pace, we've awarded you Driver of the Day. But Jace Lee, obviously, you've made 3 in a row. Next week is going to be Austria. How are you going to be feeling for Austria?
Don't know. I'll see how I feel when we get there, to be honest.
Well,
don't know.
I don't really have much to ask now.
I don't know.
well,
what
Massa
tracks
just
or
sent-
what track. Go on.
Massa just sent a message on here to us saying, I am very pleased with my race pace. I had some good pace and I'm very happy with my result. I'd like to shout out Toby and Jake Moore for enduring me through the race and offering perfect pit stop time. Then he said, thank you, driver of the day, baby. Oops, yeah. And he said that he doesn't really like Austria, to be fair, by the way.
Okay. Well,
But congratulations, Jace Lee.
JC.
Hopefully you can make it 4. And you get some good points in McLaren, aren't you?
Yeah, hopefully. So what happens next week, I guess.
So it's a very short podium this week, lads. Element, before we wrap up for today, before I do the qualifications one more time, do you have anything to say before we wrap up?
No, thank you for everyone tuning in, and hopefully you guys join back for the for my formation lap.
Everyone missed that last week, to be honest. They were demanding it, but you weren't there. So that has been it for F2, guys. So the qualifications one more time is Jace Lee in P3. In second place was Tomek Bresner, and then the winner of the French Grand Prix was RSF1 Massa, while also taking away the Driver of the Day. So it's a double whammy from Massa. Good points for Haas. I think, if you bear with me for just one moment, I think this actually puts up Haas into... Yes, Haas take the lead of the overall RSF1 Constructors Champion. The championship, sorry. So, very, very good racing there, because Mr. T also finished within the points, so they both retake the lead. And if you want to see some more battlings this week, please tune in tomorrow at 8 PM, where it's going to be the F4 division duking it out. You're going to have RSF1 Brundle and Vettel SF71 commentating, I think. But anyways, I have been Primus Gaming, and again, with me, it's Element Snow. It was good to have you back, man, and it was good to be working with you once again. And we will see you all in Austria for F2 next week.
Bye.